Hey guys, I have an idea, right? You see, I'm someone that like to study history, and I've been following history for a very long time right now. And for the past times I've been following history, I've seen how atrocities and revolutions and destructions and growth and greatness have all formed in the whole mankind history of all time. And most of the time, how all of these things happens is from a single idea of a single person, and it all generates and grows into something very great, very, very big, and just come to an end and still collapse again. And then someone just grows up with another idea, and it grows to something very big, and before you know it, it just keep. If it is a lie, it collapses. If it is the truth, it radiates through the world. And nowadays we are in a moment where people are trying, or the media are trying very hard to make sure they bury the truth and then rose up with all of the lies to keep people trapped in the system. Okay, you could see how someone could just come up, and so for this I said someone will just come up with an idea that okay, this is something that you think will be better for people. It might be the lie, and if it is the lie, they try and push it for people to believe it. And if people believe in it, they destroy a lot of humans' life, and before you know it, it becomes their reality, it becomes something that they want. And if it is the truth, they get to make sure they save people's life by showing them what exactly is the truth as they follow through it. So I've seen how lies have formed into great things and destroyed people's lives, and I've seen how truths have made people's life great in history. And so for this, I want to relate this back to Islam, back to Islam, where the Prophet comes up with a truth, just a single idea, a message from God Almighty, and it transforms a lot of people's lives. Okay, transforms a lot of people's lives in the right way. You understand? Whatever. And then along the way, some other people comes up and see that okay, this idea is good enough, not benefiting to me. So I'm trying to make a way in which this idea will be good enough, but somehow benefiting to me and my own people. Okay, so what they do is they reform that idea, which is bad, and then they push it to people so they could believe in it and then worship that idea. And before you know it, at times goes on, years by years, human beings stop believing the actual idea from the prophets, and they start believing the idea of the person that reformed the actual idea. I don't know if you get it. And so because of this, if as we continue that way, we tend to step outside of the real idea that was brought from the messenger, from the beginning of the message, right? And so if we want to continue this way along the line, 100 years, 200 years coming from now, the actual idea or the actual message is going to be disappearing. And because it is disappeared, the people by then are going to be living on the false idea, because the actual idea was buried 200, 300 years ago. And so this is where we have a big role to play, in which if you today got your hands, or you lay your hands in the actual information, what you have to do is to make sure that you push more of the actual information, so that by your side, from your own end, the actual information don't get to be buried. And so if you did more than the people trying to push the false idea, you get to pass out the actual message to the right people, while the other people failed to pass out the wrong message to the wrong people. And with this, you get to save a lot more of other people. This is the same thing that your Sahabas did. It was the same thing. All of what they tried to do is to show people how pure your Islam is. And in that process, what exactly is the impact that it made to us? We get to come and join, or get to realize, or let me say discover the actual message, right? And so because of this is why I'm bringing an idea that a lot of Muslims today should try all their best to make sure that they push the actual message to people today, and then try to always spoil, or try all their best to make sure that the wrong message did not get to people. And then whenever they come across a wrong message, which is not the actual message, they should make sure that they try to always open people's mind that this is a false message and we shouldn't follow it. And that's it for today, guys. This is Kamis bin Isa, and I'll see you at the top.